Welcome back, beautiful people. It's amazing how impatiently I can sit over here and watch this clock and think, okay, can you go any faster? I can't wait to talk to my people. So I'm Arthie Moore, and if you've just tuned in, I am the co-founder of Key Leadership Institute and Celebrating Humanity International. We specialize in leadership programs around the world and diversity and inclusion specialists that allows us to engage with you meaningfully. Now, these are our businesses that we've been running for over 23 years. And what I'm doing today is I'm talking about the rewards of servant leadership and lifting the lid on potential. Now, I just introduced my company's reason being is that as an entrepreneur, I've learned the hard way of what I needed to do in our Leadership Institute and where I needed to engage and be more specific in how I helped other people to grow in our using our diversity and inclusion company. So there's been a lot of amazing stuff that I've learned along the way. But what's brilliant is that I'm getting to share this with you because you are listening to IBGR.network. Now, I realize that IBGR is our call sign as a radio station, but we're more than a radio station, we're a network. And what's amazing about our radio station is we have got every single show downloaded as a podcast that you can have access to and share and help other people to grow by going on to www.ibgr.network, our website, and you can download our podcasts, our show notes. You can check out all the other incredible hosts around the world. And it's amazing because we have an ebook as well that gives you access to all of our show notes. So if you're checking in on our show notes, please don't go and do a spell check because some of us get excited about our stuff. We throw it all together for you, but it is all in our live shows that you get to interact with us now because we have got an incredible app that allows you to have conversations with a lot of our different hosts. So don't forget, please don't forget, go and download the app as soon as you can. So you've got access to us even on your phone. So don't miss out any of the juicy information because as a business owner, whether you're working in your business or on your business or even exiting your business, we have got the most incredible people sharing their knowledge, wisdom, and expertise with you. Now, onto my segment where I was talking about the rewards of servant leadership and lifting the lid on potential. I was talking into a lot of the areas where I had to learn how to do things differently. I had to learn how to let go control and be less controlling, and then build my business by being more inclusive as a leader. Now, I know that part of my show title is Compassionate Leader of Influence. And it's no coincidence that the reason I did that was because I had to learn the hard way how to be vulnerable. I had to learn the hard way how to be of service to people and not allow my environment to dictate where I will become a servant. Now, there's a difference between being a servant leader and being a servant where you are taken advantage of or you allow yourself to be taken advantage of. In fact, one of the incredible sayings that has really guided and impacted my life was Eleanor Roosevelt saying, where she says, nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. Now, that is brilliant because it allows me to take responsibility and be fully accountable for everything that I did, everything I've ever had in my life, whether it's good or bad experiences. And I've had to learn how to accept those as lessons. Now, a servant leader will look at every experience, every failure, everything that worked as well, every success, and they will either improve, adjust, or increase, or let go. Now, what they're doing as successful servant leaders, they are looking at what the experiences were and they share it. They share their vulnerability and what they did wrong and also, more importantly, what they did right. Now, a servant leader doesn't sit there and never sits there and feels sorry for themselves. You see, a servant leader, because if you change the perspective and see everything as lessons, you then can implement or do something differently, which means that is a mindset change. It means that you've got to be in control of how you feed your mind, what you feed your mind, and the positivity of the way you grow your mind. So if you're sitting there and wallowing in self pity, you will not be of service to anybody. What you will do is start to demand that other people be of service to you. You will create an environment that is toxic, because what I've realized is that there are a lot of people out there who are titled leaders who sit there and wait and demand attention from their people. They demand that everything is done to their standards, but they don't fulfill those roles and they don't set those standards for themselves personally. What they do and what they have is what I call projectile dysfunction. Now, projectile dysfunction means that when a person is doing something wrong and they don't want to acknowledge it for themselves, they will project that behavior on other people and they will use it as an excuse so that nobody looks at them. Now, that's a dangerous place to be in. And I just find that is really disastrous in any organization or a business. So, what do you need to do? I think that if you become more clear and consistent as a leader, you then engage with people in on a level where you are an encourager. How do you lift the lid on people's potentials? By encouraging them. You delve into the personal lives of the people around you within reason, and you help them to better understand what their hopes, fears, wants, and dreams are. So, when you look at all of the different areas that people are coming from in their personal lives, you will never understand how to lift the lid on their potential if you don't even understand them. If all you do is you do a greeting early in the morning, you forget they exist for the rest of the day, but you expect them to work, you expect them to produce, you expect them to follow policy, you expect them to follow your rules, your goals, and what needs to be achieved. You expect them to fulfill your strategies, to fulfill your high standards, to fulfill the values that you create in your organization. So here's an eye opener. Whatever you're expecting of your people, are you giving that? If you are a servant leader, do you embody that? Do you showcase what it looks like? Are you the type of person who is the role model and you don't have to be perfect? Are you the role model that people can follow and say, oh, this is what compassion looks like. This is what thoughtfulness looks like. This is what relationship building looks like. This is what caring looks like. This is what empathy looks like. This is what vulnerability looks like. Hey, this is what leadership looks like. So I'll ask you the question again. From all of the expectations you expect from people, all of the things you demand of everybody, do you actually role model it? Do you embody it? Do you model it for other people to follow? Or is it merely an expectation? You see, a servant leader is always the person who will show the way based on their talks, their words, their actions, and the behaviors. They are not limited. Their potential is unlimited because they have a willingness to grow. So I'll ask you that again. How well do you know your people? How well do you know yourself? You see, because when you know your people, you then are able to know your business in the direction you're heading in. When you know who you are, your people feel confident in you and they want to be led by you. They will follow you. They will support you. In fact, they will guide you. And you cannot get on your high horse and believe that as a servant leader, you know everything and you are everything. So you are the be all, end all, and the finale of a business. And that is how many businesses die. And so when we look at what are you prepared to change, can you honestly examine your surroundings, your thought processes, and realize that there's a good chance you'll find things that need to be changed in order for you to move forward. I mean, if you had to take this another step further, you would need to actively look for resources that adds value to you, adds value to your ability to serve well, to guide people. In my next segment, I'm going to talk about some really fascinating things that's helped me. And I just feel that in order for you to grow, you need to remove yourself from environments that don't help you. You need to remove yourself from those environments because in order to grow your potential, you need to let go of the people that are toxic, that are narcissistic. You need to get rid of lazy people and don't feel guilty about it. In order to serve people, you need to let go of feeling guilty about everything. You need to let go of feeling guilty that you need time out, that you need self care, that you need to actually have some mental health awareness programs that brings balance to you. There are so many things that we need to think about. You see, you need to remove any thought processes that are self defeating. Because at the end of the day, the strength of your mind allows you to guide effectively the people around you. So, from my side, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a quick 2 to 3 minute break. And when we get back, I'm going to tell you all of these amazing stories that have helped me to get over myself, how I could be better for everybody around me, and what I could do differently to add value to people. So when I come back, I'm hoping that you are already a member of our Insiders Network. I am hoping that you connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter on www.ibgr network. And I will catch up with you soon. You now know.